Charlotte sat in her car, gripping her phone so tightly her knuckles whitened. Malik still wasn't answering. She tried again. No response. She dropped her forehead against the steering wheel, fighting the sting in her eyes. She wanted to explain. She wanted to scream. She wanted to run to him. Instead, she whispered to herself, "Please, please don't shut me out." But Malik wasn't ignoring her. He had turned off his phone completely, because he didn't want her to hear the pain in his voice. Not yet. Not until he could breathe again. Not until he decided whether loving her was worth the price. Malik sat alone on his fire escape, hands clasped, eyes burning. He wasn't angry at Charlotte. He was angry at her world. A world where lawyers showed up at your door and told you weren't allowed to speak to someone you cared about. A world where a man like him was automatically seen as a threat or a parasite or a scandal waiting to happen. Jordan found him hours later. Still not talking to her? Malik shook his head. Jordan sighed deeply. "You love her." Malik didn't deny it. "Malik, listen," Jordan said softly. "The world's always gonna talk. They talk about me, they talk about you, they talk about anyone who threatens what they think is normal. But at the end of the day, you get one heart, one shot. And she looks like the kind of woman a man would regret walking away from." Malik stared out at the city. "I don't want to be the reason her life explodes." Jordan exhaled. "And what if she doesn't want a life that stays quiet?" Inside Hartman Global Headquarters, Charlotte entered the boardroom to find whispers circling like vultures. Her mother sat at the head of the long glass table, a cold queen on a cold throne. "Charlotte," she said, "have a seat." But Charlotte remained standing. Her mother's nostrils flared, but she continued. "We have reviewed the situation and determined that public association with Mr. Carter is detrimental to the company's reputation. Therefore, we suggest a temporary leave of absence until the matter dies down." The board murmured. Charlotte felt something sharp break inside her. "A leave of absence," she repeated. "For having dinner with someone?" "Not someone," her mother snapped. "A man from a dangerous part of town with a history we know nothing about." Charlotte's eyes narrowed. "Say it. Say what you really mean." Her mother's lips pressed thin. Charlotte slammed her palm on the table. "You don't get to use class and reputation as a mask for racism." Gasps rippled across the room. Her mother stood abruptly, face red. "You are out of line." "No," Charlotte said, voice shaking with clarity. "I'm finally in line with myself." And then, with the calm of a woman who had finally chosen her own life, "I quit." The room erupted. Her mother stumbled backward in shock. But Charlotte was already walking out the door, not looking back, not apologizing, not anymore. Malik was on his lunch break when Jordan shoved his phone into Malik's hand. "Look," Malik frowned. Then his eyes widened. The headline read, "Charlotte Hartman resigns from family empire. Source claims a man from the other side of town is involved." Malik's heart stopped. He scrolled. A video clip autoplayed. Charlotte, standing outside Hartman Global, facing the cameras with fire in her eyes. "If loving someone cost me my position, my title, or my last name, then maybe those things were never mine to begin with." The reporters exploded with questions, but Malik didn't hear any of them. He heard only one line, echoing in his chest like a heartbeat. "If loving someone costs me everything, I will pay the price." Jordan whispered, "Bro, if you don't go get her right now, I'll drag you there myself." Malik didn't need to be dragged. He was already running. Charlotte stood alone in the city's elevated sky garden, her favorite quiet place, watching petals blow across the walkway. She felt lighter, terrified, free. Then she heard footsteps. Fast, purposeful, familiar. She turned. Malik, breathless, eyes burning, heart openly breaking and healing all at once. They stared at each other, both afraid the other didn't want to speak. Malik broke first. "You quit your entire life because of me?" Charlotte's voice trembled. "I quit because of them. But yes, you were the reason I had the courage." Malik's chest rose sharply. "Charlotte, I didn't answer your calls because I didn't want to be the reason your life fell apart." She took a step closer. "You weren't the reason. You were the truth." Another step. "Malik, I didn't fall for you because you're different from the men in my world. Another step. I fell for you because you're everything they pretend to be. His breath caught, and then she touched his face with trembling hands. Are you still afraid? She whispered. Malik swallowed, terrified. Of losing me? She asked. No, he breathed. Of being enough for you. Charlotte's eyes shone with tears. You were enough the moment I met you. That broke him. Malik pulled her into his arms, holding her as if he hadn't taken a full breath in weeks. The world blurred. Silence, finally peaceful, wrapped around them. And then he kissed her. A slow, aching, world-stopping kiss. A kiss that didn't ask permission. A kiss that answered every question they were too afraid to say. A kiss that said, we're in this together now. Later that night, Charlotte's mother stormed into the sky garden. Lilac petals scattered under her heels like fleeing soldiers. Charlotte, she yelled, we need to talk. Charlotte didn't let go of Malik's hand. Her mother's eyes widened, then narrowed at Malik. Leave, she hissed. Malik opened his mouth, but Charlotte squeezed his hand. No, Charlotte said. He stays. Her mother's lip curled. You think this is love? This is fantasy. You're giving up a legacy for a man who treated me with more respect than you ever have. The words sliced through the air like lightning. Her mother stepped back as if struck. Charlotte continued, voice steady. You raised me to believe in dignity, in courage, in truth. And when I finally choose those things, you punish me for it. Malik watched her, a woman reclaiming her own name. Her mother pressed a hand against her chest. Charlotte, everything I've done was to protect you. No, Charlotte whispered. Everything you've done was to control me. Silence. Heavy. Breaking. Final. Then Charlotte turned slightly toward Malik. And for the first time, I choose myself. And I choose him. Her mother's eyes glistened, but she said nothing more. She left without looking back. A quiet defeat. Later, Malik and Charlotte sat on a bench overlooking the glowing city. Charlotte leaned her head on his shoulder. He finally spoke. Charlotte, what now? She smiled softly. Now. Now we build something that's ours. No boardrooms. No rules. No signatures from lawyers who treat you like a problem instead of a person. Malik took her hand. But the world won't make this easy. She laughed gently. They never do. Malik sighed. Are you sure you want this life? It's not glamorous. It's not polished. It's messy. It's uncertain. She turned his face toward hers. Malik Carter, she whispered, you are the safest decision I've ever made. And for the first time in a long time, he believed her. The news didn't quiet down. If anything, it escalated. But this time, Charlotte didn't hide. She stood proudly beside Malik. Not as a scandal, not as a rebellion, but as a woman who chose her own heart. Pictures of them holding hands sparked debates. Talking shows analyzed every detail. Social media exploded, but Malik didn't care, because when they were together, the noise faded, crowds screamed, critics raged, comment sections boiled, but they always came back to each other. And that was enough. 1 year later, they stood together again in the sky garden where everything changed. Malik's hands trembled inside his jacket pocket. Charlotte noticed. What's wrong? She laughed. You look like you're about to pass out. Malik swallowed. Charlotte, there's something I need to ask you. Her breath caught. He dropped to one knee. Charlotte pressed both hands over her mouth. Malik, I'm not rich, he said. I'm not famous. I don't come from your world. But every day with you makes me want to be a better man. A man who can protect your heart, not cage it. A man who can stand beside you, not behind you. A man who chooses you every day, even when it's hard. Tears streamed down her cheeks. Charlotte Hartman, his voice cracked. Will you marry me? Charlotte didn't hesitate. She fell into his arms, laughing and crying and kissing him all at once. Yes, yes, Malik. 1,000 times, yes. The world didn't pause. The cameras didn't disappear. The critics didn't stop. But they kissed anyway, because their love wasn't built for approval. It was built for truth. If this story touched you, if you believe love can cross borders, break barriers, and challenge everything the world says is normal, hit like, subscribe to Melanin Chronicles, comment, love wins, if you're still rooting for Malik and Charlotte. Your engagement keeps these stories alive. They married quietly. No press, no guests, just two people who survived the storm and found shelter in each other. After the ceremony, Charlotte asked Malik, "Do you ever regret loving me?" He smiled, brushing a thumb across her cheek. "Charlotte, loving you was never the risk." He intertwined their fingers. "The real risk was believing I didn't deserve you." Charlotte's eyes filled with tears, and in the soft glow of their new beginning, she whispered, "Then I guess we both chose right." They held each other, letting the world fade. Because the truth was simple. Love didn't need permission. It only needed courage.